Dude, I had to go back and rewatch my own video to remember what I said about Krasue because oh my god did behavior fuck up. So for those that don't know, 9.2.0 has officially hit live servers, and successfully the anti-slugging and anti-tunneling changes didn't go live. And this is exactly a great example of the problem I said during my PTB video. When you test changes like anti-slug or anti-tunnel with a new killer, people can't test the new killer properly. Because when those anti-tunnel, anti-slug changes don't go live, but the killer still does, suddenly people can tunnel and slug as them. I know I'm probably a day late compared to other people for this video. I don't have full-time editors, this is all just me. But the Krasue is a problem. So, from P2B Live, they basically buffed every single number except the Scamper. They nerfed the Pallet Vault, which, thank goodness, that should never... I don't understand why that's a thing on her. She clearly does not need it. I have a whole... I'm debating making a video about how Pallet Vaults in general just don't work for killers, and they're incredibly unfun in just everything. But they basically buffed everything else. They buffs the whip distance, they buffs the auto aim, they shortens the windup of it, they buff the turn rate, they lowered the amount of mushrooms per trial, buffed the swap time. Genuinely the only thing that was nerfed was the vault speed. Besides add-ons, they did nerf some of the add-ons as well. The main one's going to be, honestly, I don't really talk about add-ons that often, but the main from PTB, because number changes are just whatever. But they did nerf Chicken Head, which is the only add-on I listed in the PTB. For those that don't know, Chicken Head started the trial with everyone infected, and the only nerf between live or PTB and live is they made it spawn in 2 extra mushrooms. Now, for those that don't know, the mushrooms weren't a problem on the PTB when this add-on was a thing, so all this does is revert that one aspect of her back to PTB status. In other words, it does nothing. It is a zero downside add-on that just lets you skip that initial infection phase, which is when she's at her weakest. So it just lets you swap to head form and then immediately start with head and just get a fast down within 30 seconds. I'm sure you guys have already seen people complain about this killer, and it entirely revolves around how she actually loops tiles. The gameplay dynamic, if you are a survivor and you want to go against her, you have to delay that infection as much as possible, and then the moment that infection happens, you run into the corner to go die. There is no looping against her, you just lose. It's very similar to Ghoul when he was like ultra buffed from PTB Alive or whatever, where they could easily vault pallets and easily get it down and no one enjoyed him, and he had weird counterplay. And that weird counterplay made it hard for people to understand how to actually go against him. Which, you know, fair. Ghoul's kinda in an okay spot now. I still don't think he should vault pallets, but I don't think any killer should be able to do that, sans like Legion. But here's the difference between Ghoul and Krasue for that. Ghoul had weird counterplay. Krasue doesn't have weird counterplay. Ghoul was weird because it was launching himself for a body block. No other killer has done that before. Demo kinda did, but that shred did damage. Ghoul was just weird. Krasue is Chucky, but 10 times better. Because you have, in the head form, you're third person with height, so you get 10 times the amount of visual things. Ghost Anonymous posted something. I'll probably put the picture in the video if I remember, which I will remember because I'm mentioning it. So you can clearly see the difference in the exact same spot between the 2 killers. She has a dash that is like Chucky. That is a lunge that you can literally turn almost 360 with. And this is a buff between PTB and Live. They made it not hit objects as hard, which is something I wanted, but now I'm realizing that was a mistake of an opinion, and I wish they didn't do that. They knew what it was on PTB. And it's just a mess. If I specifically find it, I streamed for 8 hours straight of playing the update, so sorry if I can't find it, but I played her on Red Forest, and a survivor dropped a pallet in a jungle gym, and I immediately vaulted after them, went around and hit them before they could go back around to the pallet. If they went for the window, I probably would have hit them anyway within like a second or two, like extra, so it doesn't really matter. And it's just, if I couldn't vault the pallet, that down would have taken so much longer to get. But this really does translate to they have to remove the vault. This is hotfix worthy, by the way, just so we're all clear. This is something that they should do next Tuesday before the Halloween event, because people are DCing every single game. There's already a protest in game. People spawn in, see a Krasue, they leave, and that's with people finding out that the DC penalty doesn't seem to work. They updated it recently, and people are finding out that it takes 5 matches of DCs to actually get a penalty. I don't know if that's a bug, but that is a problem, because if you DC 3 matches, you're probably done for the day. And then what are the chances you DC 3 more times to get a small, minuscule penalty? Like, I don't know if it will fix itself by people constantly DCing that they hit the cap of 20 matches, but I'm doubting it. Thing is like everything else in this update is mostly fine. It's literally just Krasue that is a problem. Now, other things to note that got changed between PTB and live that I'm personally not a great fan of is the plot twist buff went through for some reason. I thought that wouldn't go through because the anti-slug stuff didn't go through, but that now lets you recover faster, which is really broken if you spam it for conviction. They nerfed off the record, which I agree with the nerf, because I hated the concept of 80 seconds of endurance, go around the map 3 times as Billy, they're already healthy, you injure them, and then they're put into deep wound. I thought that was stupid, but doing it in the same update where the anti-tunnel stuff doesn't go through is weird. The Deerstalker rework is incredible, I love that. I'm not gonna complain. But they also added a new abandon feature where if you were down twice and then not hooked and picked up, so you go down, survivor heals you, you go down, survivor heals you. On your 3rd down, you can just abandon now, which for most killers, whatever, Trapper's never gonna see this. But if you're playing twins, that is like the main counterplay of twins is grouping up, kicking Victor, and picking up the other guy. So now, if you play Twins, it's just gonna be bot simulator, because Twins is really boring to go against for most people if they don't enjoy that, like, macro team sense of gameplay. I kinda wanna include a round of me playing Krasue, but after 1 round of playing them, or 1 to 2 rounds, I immediately clocked that they just weren't fun. Not even more than 1 round. It took 1 round of me facing Krasue. It was my first round of the day. I go, oh no. Because every single chase, I'm like, I don't know what I could have done better there. And I'm like, I try to keep an open mind, but it's bad. So I'm probably going to leave a survivor and killer round at the end of this video, but it won't be, you can end after this discussion part if you want to. But it's bad. I started running just Mad Grit, like a Mad Grit Iron Grasp Agi Bloodwarded on her, because I felt bad if I actually tried. And I'm like, if I just had Bamboozle or Enduring or like Surge or like literally any slowdown, just 1 slowdown, I would have won every single match. I had this one match on Fazbear's Pizza where the only reason I still 2K'd, and the only reason it wasn't a 4K4 is because I ignored the Toledo after she got unhooked because I felt bad. Which, if it was a more competitive environment, I would have fucking tunneled her. The other things to note in this update, besides like, I don't want to talk about, I've already talked 8 minutes about, 9 minutes, 8 minutes about Krasue, I don't know, because like, it's bad, but I don't even know what else to say about her. Like, clearly she needs nerfs. But the rest of the update, like everything that I didn't specifically mention just then, like the off the record plot twist and stuff, honestly, everything else is great. Myers is hit or miss. If you liked old Myers, you're not gonna like new Myers, and the Slaughtering Strike, it doesn't feel good. I don't like it. The Slaughtering Strike feels less like a dash or a lunge, and more like I'm forced to just back rev for an insta-down, which is what old Myers was. So I don't really understand the point of this update for him. I really like the mechanic of being able to stealth whenever I want to. I think that part is awesome and should definitely stay if they want to get rid of the Slaughtering Strike lunge or whatever. I like that for tier 3, you don't have to 99 it. I think that's good for people who, I mean, it was good for a skill ceiling to have to 99 it, but I don't know, I think it's fine as a change to just make it a button press, makes it more aligned with everyone else. I don't know, he'll be hit or miss. The Unknown feels fantastic, by the way. With the uncapped vertical, I was hitting crazy stuff on him, but I don't know why they nerfed her add-ons. I think that part's extremely weird. Same with Dracula. Dracula Unknown's add-ons changes should not have gone through, and it really made a lot of people feel like they got ignored for both of those, because people wrote like, 10-paragraph essays about every single add-on on the forums, and the devs responded like, we read this. And then they ignored it, and then they rebuffed Medusa's hair, so now Dracula's best add-ons are Medusa hair and Lapis again, after like a year of it not being that. It's like literally since his release we've cycled back around to his meta add-ons. We went from Lapis Medusa, wolf form Lapis Medusa, which is just hilarious. I don't even know what's good on Unknown anymore. All of his add-ons are kind of trash or so situational, they're just shit. The update isn't horrible to play, but if you're facing a Krasue, I don't know what else to say besides you're gonna get bored. It's not fun to go against Krasue. Like Ghoul? I don't like facing Ghoul. I don't find them enjoyable or fun, and I sigh, but I know the counterplay, so it's not miserable. Krasue, I know the counterplay, and it's just boring. And everyone's playing her because she's new. Although nowadays people only play the killer for like 2 hours after release and then they're done, which is nice. V is popular though, I see her all the time. But yeah, I'll stick on a survivor round and a killer round on the end of this video of me facing Krasue, and by that I mean just the quote-unquote chases against the Krasue for the server round and then a cut-up killer match. And I'll probably put the Red Forest one specifically, just so that you guys can see like me experiencing the killer and really going into why they're just not a good idea. But real quick, I do want to mention that live stream that they had right before the chapter came out, which was just them announcing skins. I'll make a separate video on the Halloween event itself when it's actually out so I can play it. But they did say that the fog crystals, since they made fog vials an item, they have decided that the fog vials for the event node get to do 1/4 of a generator. It got leaked how much it did, and I did the math. It is 26 seconds of a gen, or 26%, one of the two. Either way, it's about 1/4 of a generator, and it's an item that you put into a gen and it automatically progresses it, so you just don't have to be there. That is such a dog shit idea. I don't even know why they're testing that. That is such a dog shit idea. Because I don't know how killers are supposed to handle that in an event mode. Skins look cool though. Next Rift, main characters are confirmed to be Yoon and Trickster. They're bringing back the hollowed skin. Blight is getting one. They're bringing that clown skin from mobile. I'll show you guys the mobile version. I really like the roadmap for skins that they showed. I think the design of it is really cool and unique for what we previously had. The free skins for the event are Skull Merchant and Felix. And then there's some upcoming skins between now and the event, of course, that's already on their website. There's the collaboration with Night of the Living Cat with a licensed skins for Yui and Oni. Oni's gonna have a unique Mori, so it's probably gonna be like $30. And then Aurella's getting one from Autumn Fashion, so I'm spending money again. That's a lie. I'm on no money spending for DBD moment right now. Anyway, enjoy the matches. I'll see you when I see you. They unhooked too fast, in my opinion. I have vault. Well, I immediately used both vaults, so that sucks. Oh wait, it didn't. It didn't. No, it did block. Wait, so what do I do here? What? Oh god, she's gonna be so boring. That somehow did not infect her? Oh yeah, this killer is gonna be so boring to go against. Sick, dude. Awesome. Yeah, no, this is... okay. I'm gonna be bored for like all of today while playing Serve. Okay. Like. Okay. Doesn't drop that pallet? Interesting. I can't use headlong. Why can't... I want to make that infection start not disable. Yeah, guys, that chicken head nerf sure is effective, huh? I'm just saying, it seems to work out pretty good. Dude, she can't even reach that pallet in time. It's atrocious. Yeah, they made every single tile have variants on every single map. So every single map can get any kind of tile now besides main building. That's what the pallet density update was. Just them doing that. Oh. She got cured. And now she's not cured. Cool. Oh, that missed. It's just too easy for how strong they are. It's another ghoul situation. The only difference is, like, dude, every single time killers can vault pallets. They're the most unfun shit. Like, every single time. Why can I do that? Why can I do that? Why can I vault pallets? I don't... Like, how is that fair? I don't... Like, how is that fair or fun? I don't... I don't get it. I don't understand how that is enjoyable. Like, they play tested this and decided, yeah, baby, that's okay. See, that part is fun. Like the shooting bit. And I'm kind of sick of the amount of cluttered map styles. You don't have a tambourine. Video game. If I hit them with Mad Grit while I'm carrying somebody, do they become infected or injured? Okay, let's see how fast I can down her without kicking pallets and without using the range infection. Okay, is she left? I didn't see that. That's, I'm gonna be honest, that's like the same time as a normal trapper chase.